This is Susan Velez from SusanVelez.com, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I make the techie side of blogging easy. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I highly recommend that you do, because what I do is every other Wednesday, I provide you with a video that will actually help you simplify the basics of WordPress, Genesis, and blogging by providing you with some awesome tutorials, tips, and advice that will help you start, grow, and monetize your own WordPress blog. So in today's tutorial, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about WordPress widgets. Now, I had somebody in a Facebook group ask me to actually explain WordPress widgets a little bit more, like how you use them, which ones are available, as well as how to add elements, different elements into them. So what we're going to do is I actually thought I would show you the available widgets in different types of themes, because depending on the type of theme that you're using, that's going to depend on what type of available widgets you have. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the Genesis theme. So I actually am looking at some of these sites that are hosted on my localhost, which means that all these sites are set up on my desktop, so none of these sites are live. So this is a great way to show you the ins and outs of WordPress as well as Genesis. So let's get started. So here we are inside of the genesis.dev, which is the Genesis theme. And in this theme, I am actually using the Centric Pro theme from the Genesis framework. So in order to get to the widgets, what you want to do is you want to log into your WordPress back office, and then we're going to come over here to Appearance, and then we're going to go to Widgets. And then this is going to show you all of the available widgets on your actual site. And as you can see, the Genesis framework has the header right primary sidebar. It's got home, 6 home widgets, as well as 4 footer widgets. And then it has an after entry widget as well too. Now, we'll take a deeper look at these in a bit, but what I want to do is I want to jump over to the Divi theme. Because many people love to use the Divi theme for their blog. So we're going to come over here, and you can see that I'm on the Divi dev site, divi.dev, and we're going to come over here to themes, and you're going to see that the active theme is the Divi theme. So what we want to do is we want to come to widgets, and then this is the available widgets for the Divi theme. As you can see, it has a sidebar, footer 1, footer 2, and footer 4. So it's got 3 or 4 footer widgets available that you could actually use. And then it's got a widget name right here. It says you can create a new widget area for the sidebar module, naming your widget sidebar 1, sidebar 2, sidebar 3, sidebar 4 will cause conflicts with this theme. So apparently you can actually add a new widget, giving it a widget name. So I'm not really sure. I don't really play around with Divi much, so I'm not really sure how this works, but let's try to give this a widget name. We're just going to go example, and we're going to call it create. We're going to call it example, and then we're going to refresh this and see if it created. Okay, so here you can see that it actually did create an example widget. So we're going to see what it looks like. So we're going to come over here and we're going to open this up. And you can see that right now recent posts and all this stuff was on the sidebar menu. So we're going to come over here and we're just going to drag this. So in order to add something to your widget, these are all the available widgets that you can add into your site, into your widgets. Now you just want to drag. As soon as you click on it, you can see that it becomes movable, so you can actually drag it wherever you want to. So I'm not really going to be playing around with the Divi widget because I actually focus on the Genesis, but I just kind of wanted to show you that if you're using a different theme, you're going to notice that the available widgets that you have are going to vary. So this is the Divi widgets available. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to check out one more. This is another demo site that I have, and on this site we actually have just the regular 2017 theme, which comes pre-installed with all the WordPress sites that you install. So we're going to come over here to widgets, and then we're going to see that on the 2017 theme you have the sidebar, footer 1 and footer 2. That is my puppy, so hold on just a minute. All right, so as you can see, this one doesn't have a lot of available widgets. This is just a basic 2017 theme that comes pre-installed with all the WordPress downloads, and it's got a sidebar widget, a footer 1, and a footer 2. So as I said, the available widgets that you have for your WordPress theme is going to vary depending on the theme that you choose. So now let's go back to the Genesis theme. So this is the Genesis framework, and as you can see, this one has all these available widgets. So we're just going to go ahead and open up the site in a new tab, and then you can see this one is not really set up, but let me come over here to my development site, and then I'm going to show you how I have the widgets set up on my development site. So we're going to come over here, and you can see that inside of the sidebar I have recent posts, a search bar, my profile, and then my Pinterest, or I'm sorry, an affiliate link, and then my Pinterest feed. Now all this is on my development site, so if you're on my live site, you're probably going to notice that I don't have all this stuff. So let me show you how you would actually rearrange stuff or add stuff. So we come over here and we're going to go to widgets, and then like I said, in order to add something to your widget, what you do is you decide where you want to add it, and then what you do is you just kind of grab something and just add it right here. So we're just going to add a contact form to the widget, and then I'm going to show you what this looks like. So let me close some of these out. So we're going to come over here and we're going to open this in a brand new tab, and then we're going to come back over here to the view blog posts, and we're going to come back over here, and then you can see, let's come over here. Let's check out this post. All right, so now you can see that I actually still have all this in here, but now I've added a contact form at the very bottom. So now let's just say that I wanted to move this contact form to the top. So what you would do is you would kind of just come over here to the widget where we placed it in the primary sidebar, and we would just drag this all the way to the very top. So they show up in the order of where they are listed. So this would be the first one that's going to show up, and then this would be the second, third, and so on all the way until everything is shown up. So now that we refresh this, you can see that the contact form is indeed the very top one. So there we go. So if you wanted to go ahead and give this a title, so let's just say right now my title is called Contact Us. So let's just say please contact. We refresh this and save this. Anytime you make a change to it, you want to hit the save button so that it makes your changes live, and then you can see that it now says please contact. So that is how you add an element to the primary sidebar, and then these are all home widgets, which if I played around with this and added this to my home page, it's not going to show up because I am actually not using the Genesis home page. I'm actually using a landing page for my home page. So no matter what I put into my widgets for the home, it will not show up on my website or on my blog. So if you do use the home, I'm not really sure where these actually end up on your site. You would have to place them and then kind of just test stuff out and see where it shows up. Now on the footer, as you can see on my testing site, I actually do have a footer. Now let me scroll all the way down, and you can see that I have the pages, categories, and a contact form. So if we come over here to footer, you'll see that I have the pages, which is the menu, and then we have in footer 2 we have categories, footer 3 we have some more categories, and then a footer 4 we have the contact us. Now I want to show you as I said, if you wanted to drag another element into here, into your footer, you could just kind of place it wherever you wanted to. You drag it and then place it wherever you want, and this would show up on top, and if you drop it right here, it's going to show up on the bottom of your pages. So that's how you add that. Now once you add something, if you wanted to delete it, we could just delete this, and it says delete. It's not going to delete the actual categories from your website. It is just going to remove this from this widget from your footer. Now if you didn't want to delete it and you wanted to just drag it over here to inactive widgets, you could do is just drag this and put this right here. That way, if you create a widget, like let's just say that I created this widget right here that has my affiliate link. So say that I wanted to actually save this for later, we would just give it a title so that way I know what it's called. And then we would just come over here, and we didn't want to show this anymore. We wanted to actually just save it for later in case I wanted to go ahead and put this back in later without having to recreate it. I would just put it over here to the inactive widgets. And that means that the drag widgets here to remove them from the sidebar, but it keeps their settings so that we don't have to redo everything that you've done. Now, if you don't care whether or not it's saved for later, then you could actually just come over here and you could just delete it. And this will delete the actual widget from the sidebar, but it does not delete it from your site. So now if we refresh this, you'll notice that my contact form is gone, but I still have that available contact form to use anywhere else on my website. All right, so now the last one we're going to look at, which is the after entry text. Now, as you can see, I have a text widget here. And what I do is for every blog post, you can see that I have this affiliate disclaimer right here at the very bottom. And this, I use this inside of that after entry widget because I like to place this on every post that I write, every blog post that I write. So what you do is you just kind of use HTML and you put it in here. Now, if I remove this, I'm just going to show you. It's going to remove the actual, it's going to remove this actual affiliate disclaimer. So you can see as soon as I refresh, my affiliate disclaimer is gone. So in order to add this, I just paste this back in, what I took away, and then I went ahead and save this, and it's going to bring it back. So we're just going to refresh this, and as you can see, my affiliate disclaimer is back. Now, you might be wondering why this has a blue shaded background, and that is because I applied some CSS to this. I'm not going to go into how to apply CSS into the widgets. I actually just wanted to show you how to use widgets, basically the different types of widgets that are available based on the theme you're using, as well as how to remove widgets and how to delete widgets. So hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. If so, be sure and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Have a great one.